Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. What a month, what a week. It has just been so crazy. Where do I even begin? Last weekend, I had a mental breakdown. I mean, I pretty much just, I, so ever since I stopped dancing, God, you guys don't even know this stuff yet. Rewind. So my whole life, the greater part of my life, I wanted to be a professional dancer, and dance was my outlet for everything. And if you want to read more about a little bit about my background, go to my website, kaitblack.wellness.com, click on About. You can read my little bio there. But nonetheless, when I quit dancing, I pretty much lost my identity. I lost my outlet. I lost how to cope with a lot. And my backup for that, even as a dancer, was writing. I kept a journal, and I would journal, and I always knew that if I wasn't writing, things were getting bad. I wasn't coping with something. I wasn't digesting something that was currently or had happened in my life. And that was my warning sign. But, I graduated high school, I stopped dancing, I didn't know what to do with myself, and I pretty much stopped doing the writing as well. I completely stopped using the outlets I had to cope with everyday stressors and major stressors. Nonetheless, this weekend I broke. And this is not the first time I have broken from coming from high school. And my God, I've been through quite a few mental breaks at this point. But there was something special about this one, because for the first time, I understood what it really meant to slow down. And the words gained this meaning beyond their simple definitions. Yeah, slowing down is what I want to talk about with you guys today, because it's giving me this clarity, and it's giving me the will to be graceful throughout my life. Slowing down is more than just doing one task at a time. It's more than setting your alarm clock 5 or 10 minutes earlier in the morning so you have time to drink your tea. It's almost the opposite of that. It's unapologetically accepting where you are with your energy levels, where you are with your reality, and just taking one step forward. One step. Not 5, not 10, not one big step, but just one step. It's completely removing the expectation to constantly progress. And when I say progress, I mean in the definition that we think of it in the Western world of more money, bigger job, better title, bigger house, more clothes, more this. It's the opposite of all of that. Slowing down means getting rid of the things that are interfering with your energy, with your ability to produce and create and be well. It's this feeling of whatever you're doing right now isn't the right thing to be doing. You're not doing it big enough. You're not doing it well enough. You're not doing it fast enough. You're not doing it efficiently. It's all these judgments that we have around our own lives about how we accomplish things and how we do things. This is definitely a very personal experience that has accumulated over many years of being aware of how I thrive, being aware about what makes me feel my best and allows me to accomplish tasks efficiently and allowing me to feel fulfilled by accomplishing them. As much as I don't think I realized it up until this past weekend, is I'm constantly judging myself for not doing enough. And this is a deeply, deeply rooted pattern in my life. Thinking back to when I first moved to Florida, I was 18 and should be showing the world how wrong they were, and should be making this huge statement by having not gone to college, being on that track and saying no. And then I go back to dance, and it's like, I never took a moment. I had never taken a moment to digest the things that I had accomplished. And no wonder I got so burnt out. But I never took a moment to slow down and appreciate my accomplishments. My cat is trying to get on the windowsill. Can we just look at her for a moment? What's she doing? You gonna get on the windowsill? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is no matter how great or how small the accomplishment, or how great or how small the win, if you don't take the time to just appreciate the process, you are never going to realize how far you've come. Other people don't have to congratulate you for you to congratulate yourself. No one else has to acknowledge your success. You have to acknowledge your success. Because if you don't acknowledge your success, how can you expect someone else to see it? It's not their life. They're not in your shoes. They might not understand the work and the time and the energy that went in to accomplishing what you had just accomplished. Something else that slowing down is teaching me is that I'm seeing what clearly serves me and what clearly does not. And it's becoming easier to make decisions that are guiding me more towards the side that is serving me, and gently and gracefully moving me away from things that are not. And it's happening effortlessly. It's happening almost without me asking for it to happen. Slowing down has allowed me to recognize that I need to take care of myself before I can take care of others. And if massages aren't actively contributing to that side of keeping me aligned and keeping me in flow and serving me so that I can serve others to the best of my ability, then that's something that needs to change. The things that start to come up that you're realizing aren't serving you might not be what you expected them to be. That job that you hate right now might actually turn into something that you see value in, and that might change the game, and vice versa. So I want to move into online coaching, and I'm recognizing things that need to change in order for me to do that. That I, without slowing down, would have never had the clarity or the mental energy to accept and cope with, actively digest, and then take action from there. When you slow down, you have to love whatever comes up. You have to be open to hearing whatever comes up. And I think this step is a big step to take. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done before you're going to get to this place of understanding slowing down. At least for me, that's how it was. I mean, good Lord, it was a huge mental break that I encountered. I mean, I was sobbing. I was crying to my boyfriend. I was crying to my mother. Everyone in my life was feeling that I didn't have love to give. Everyone experienced the depletion that I experienced and am currently recovering from. But that being said, it's given me this clarity about slowing down. The day after that mental break happened, I got so much done. I did the laundry in its entirety. I washed it, dried it, and folded it, and didn't even realize that it was happening. I was just so okay with being in the moment and doing whatever it was that needed to get done that I knew would make me feel better the next day or the next week. And I wasn't judging myself for what I wasn't doing or what I should be doing while I'm doing this, or I should listen to this podcast while I'm doing this laundry because it would help me learn this or that. It's not always about action that moves you physically forward. Sometimes it's about the action that moves you mentally forward. Sometimes it's about the action that moves you spiritually forward. And sometimes it's about the action that just brings everything back down. Because if we're constantly moving forward, something is going to fall out of balance. So it's this ebb and flow of taking action that moves us forward in life and taking action that's actively grounding us back down and keeping us connected with that inner voice, with keeping good digestion about what's going on in our life. So that's it. I encourage you guys to take a moment right now. Don't do anything. Ask yourself how you feel. How are you feeling today, body? How are you feeling today, mind? And the first thing that you feel, that you think, go with it. Trust it. If it says you feel tired and it's 11:30 in the morning and you just woke up 2.5 hours ago, that's fine. Feel tired. There's nothing wrong with that. Our body gives us these little signals: allergies, acne, aches, pains, fevers, rashes, coughs, colds. These little signs that things are falling out of balance and it's way too much for you to handle. Those are your signals to pull it back in, to come back. Reevaluate. There is nothing wrong with changing your mind about a decision that you made yesterday or last week or 6 years ago or 20 years ago. You've got to listen to your body. Your body will tell you when things are going out of balance. Mental breaks are good. They happen to all of us. We will never not have them. And no matter how balanced you are, there will always be a time where you break and you catch yourself falling out of balance, and that's totally fine. Be kind to yourself and slow down. That's all, guys. We'll see you next week.